is that? That looks man-made. I don't know how all of a sudden I start cooking. I'm not even hopped up on coffee. Oh, I think I slowed down a little bit. in real life, I'd probably walk around the water, not swim across. I think it would take a lot more energy, but the system is actually letting me swim across quicker than it would be to run around the thing. What is that? That looks man-made. So in place someone head out for the night. Another one of those.
Hey, Dino.
I was just typing to you.
Oh, well, you must be near enough. I'm down in this hole. Actually, I just got myself climbed up. I'm going to come to the surface now.
Oh, you're
Unless
in
you want
the
to see
water.
the crazy shit I've just been doing. No, I just came out of the water. Where are you?
In the water. It shows I'm right above you, or right below you.
You see a whole bunch of wooden crates?
No.
Oh no, you're in different water. Hold on. I'm in a mine.
Oh, you're underwater. Yeah, because I'm right above you, and there's a lake above you.
I'm coming up. I see sky. Next to the barn.
Alright, I'll go toward the barn.
I see you.
There you are. Whew.
I love exploring mines. They used to creep me out, and now I just dive into every single one of them just with no abandon. It's so much fun.
Yeah, you know what? I was afraid of them the first time I saw them. They were very steep, it seemed. And now, the real steep ones I'm a little bit afraid of, but... putting some splints.
Even the real steep ones aren't as steep if you just zigzag down and zigzag back up. I've gone down some that appeared to be just straight vertical, and you know what? At the bottom, it's magnificent.
Yep. Yep. Do you have a place where I can store a bunch of stuff?
Anywho, I was just exploring this area. This isn't actually my place, but you can follow me, or I can build you a box.
Oh no, I can build a box. I figure I'd just drop off some stuff I've been collecting. I know everybody's looking for brass, but on the roads and all of those garbage bags, there's tons of brass.
Yeah, it's just a matter of stopping at every single one and grabbing it. If you want to follow me, we are not far from my home base.
Sure. Do you build these pillars out in the middle of the water like that? Like that one right there?
I do not. I'm not sure who's been doing that. I just found them places. Yeah, haven't done it.
Okay.
I tend to build small stacks of hay or wooden frames near points of interest, like mines. Oh look, supply crates.
Yep. I leave them just in case I need help.
This one had a single iron chest schematic. Blah. So up here are some of the more interesting mines that we've found, and they're right in the middle of a road, so I put some fences up so people don't fall in when it's dark, so be careful. But these initially looked very, very steep, but if you want to come down into one, it's kind of cool.
Sure. And you can also put hay down. I don't know if you know that. You could fall from any distance in the world and land on hay, and you're okay. Yeah, this place is beautiful.
So we took a bunch of stuff out of here. There's a few tunnels that we've created, a few tunnels that lead into other tunnels. I cut out some of this gravel, and it led to another room over here. So basically there was, chambers connected to chambers with gravel in between.
And mushrooms. Wow.
We took a lot of coal and potassium nitrate out of here already. We are just leaving iron everywhere because we have so much iron.
Yep.
Look above my head.
Yep. Lots of iron.
This entire mine is just full of iron. Just thousands and thousands of, blocks of iron. And this is a whole separate exit. It's not the one that we came down.
Okay. Nice.
Notice how they're connected, even though they're far apart.
Yep.
Yeah. I've noticed that you can go down cliffs like this. If you press up against the side, it'll slow your descent.
I did that by mistake whenever I went over a cliff and found that out. I've probably had, so I have most people figured out, but yeah. By the way, I record whenever I play, and a lot of times I upload it, and right now I'm recording it. So if you wanted to give me a tour of your place...
So these two mines in our backyard... Sure, we'll be there in a moment. These two mines are basically in our backyard, and we thought we had explored them fully the first day we found them, and then we learned how to keep on digging and digging and digging, and they are enormous and expansive inside. But right beyond those twin peaks, that's our home base there.
Okay.
So we are parked right next to a tool store, which comes in handy. We have an arboretum over to our left. We have a garden directly in front of our building. We have a forging area in that stone tower to the right. And then I'm going to take a little tour on the outside first. We have this stone bridge that extends from our home base over to the mountain outpost. And we have two structures on either side of the mountain, plus a structure under the mountain, and all kinds of underground passages and things that I can show you if you have a few minutes.
Nice, yeah. I got some time.
This is our first floor, which we don't use for much, but we do have a garden in here, and we knocked out some of the wall to let light in, and it works at least for the segments you see here. The garden used to be larger, but we found out that the light didn't reach, so I closed up the floor except for those places where things actually do grow. Immediately inside our doors, we've got two supply boxes, one typically containing things that we want to have extras of going out, and then one for things just for dropping off quickly. I saw this in someone else's setup, basically a duck under this grate because the zombies can't walk straight up the stairs.
Nice.
The walls and walls of supply boxes we got from you. That was an idea that you shared with us. And we have a system for where stuff goes for the most part, and the four of us that are using this space, keep everything in order.
Gotcha.
We pretty much have everything that we could ever want. Just tons of food, water, beverage, every ore imaginable. We have 2 ovens in here and 4 forges, but I tend not to use the forges because they attract zombies.
You know what? I tried to build a forge
We've
building
converted the bathroom
to be able to attract zombies. Like at night, I would just start the forge up and just aim at the forge because the zombies would go toward it, but they weren't attracted toward it whenever I did that way. So I'm not sure if that's. I mean, I heard that was true myself, but I didn't seem to experience it that way.
We still get the occasional zombie that spawns in this building, even though we actually placed a haystack on every single block in the building with the hopes of scrubbing, whatever kind of spawn points there were. So when we leave for the day, we come into the bathroom here and then close the door behind us, so we always spawn back into a safe spot. We're currently planning our big compound, but this is not it yet.
Yeah, I heard at the end of the month they're going to be changing the build, so they might end up starting from scratch with the next one.
So if you look straight up at the ceiling, you'll see that it all looks like wood with some skylights. It's because I had a garden up there, and I was planting all kinds of stuff for a long time. It worked fine. Then I tried to plant cotton. Cotton must have a bigger root structure, because what happened is it tore the ceiling off. The ceiling just crumbled. Huh. So I had to replace that, and now we're no longer planting up in the garden. So I'll take you on a tour of the outpost first, and then we'll come back through the underground and check out the other side.
Sure.
We're a fan of being able to see downwards, so you see there's always little precipices that we can climb onto and see all corners of the building. We built this stone bridge just mostly out of fun, but the zombies can't get up it, and we've never seen them cross it, so that's pretty cool. So this is just basically, one side of what we're calling the outpost, connected through just a tunnel right now. This space here is a little more purposely built. This room here, we've got 2 more stoves and 360-degree viewing and shooting ability. Plus, we have a sniper tower up on the roof. Nothing can get up here except for hornets. So we feel comfortable hanging out here. Sometimes we'll spot game, pigs, zombies, whatever, and we can just pluck at them. We've got a little bit of a, I'll call it a moat on the one side. There's no water, but it's a ditch that, you know, we have to jump over, and the zombies can't get over. They can't get up the side of these walls. It's kind of cool. We get a good amount of food that just comes wandering around in these parts.
Nice. Have you created a bucket to be able to bring water into your moat?
And of course, a few extra doors. Yeah, we've done some of that. So behind this door was a safety mechanism we created some time ago before we got a little more comfortable with, you know, how bad things can get. And we haven't actually seen things get bad in a long time. I don't know if the every 7 days thing is still doing what it's supposed to do, but it seems to have been tame. This is our safe room. Double thick doors, followed by a zigzag pattern that the zombies would have to follow, which we can then shoot through. We can shoot them through the grates.
Ah, yeah, nice.
And just a little cubby back here with some emergency storage, bullets, food, things like that. So if, for example, a horde of hundreds were to come after us and make it into this compound, we would be safe here and be able to ward them off.
Sure.
At least that's the thought process.
No, I think it's a pretty cool design.
It's a lot of doors for them to have to get through.
You know, I think they're attracted to doors too, so maybe if someone built a bunch of, like, you know, looks like the Price is Right, a bunch of different doors, I wonder what they would do.
Yeah. So you remember that we got here by taking a sky bridge. We're going to go back to the main house underground.
Okay.
So this looks familiar, right?
Yep.
Now I'm going to take you back underground for a moment because there's 2 more things we've done.
Sure.
This was our first experiment to find bedrock all the way down to the bottom. And here it is, and we carved out a pretty big cavern. Oops, going the wrong way. Over on this side, etc., etc. Lots of space. We're just kind of trying to find a mine of our own before we knew how abundant they were. So this kind of goes up and around, and it's, you know, fairly expansive. Now you want to see something really cool is this tunnel that one of our guys made. He's been digging about 1.5 kilometers long tunnel. It just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. When we get to the end, you'll check your map and see where it is. It's hilarious.
What is he using to dig with?
Now remember, we're all the way down maybe 1 block. He's just digging with a pickaxe.
Very impressive.
We are just 1 block above bedrock, so we're very, very close to the bottom.
Wow.
Eventually it will come back up to the surface and come back to another compound. Alright, we are at the end now. Check your map. See how far away we are from the house?
Yep. Yeah, that is far. This is where the, is this where the end? Yeah, it's where the end.
Well, that's where the end is today. It gets longer every single day.
And who is it that's doing all the digging?
Hey, we all have our pet projects, right? Discman.
Ah, yeah, he is in quite a. He has been on the server quite a bit. I need some coffee here. Hold on, I get beer.
So this other tunnel goes to our forging island.
Island?
Forging tower, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's just a space.
Gotcha.
Duck under the door.
Gotcha. Oh, there goes a plane.
So we got 2 forges up here. We keep them going a lot of the time.
Nice. That's a beautiful area too.
And you've pretty much seen our home. This is what we started out with, but we have plans in the works to make a larger, more secure and interesting compound.
Yeah, I was expecting to see a lot of walls, but I guess you guys are going on the premise that I think is a smarter one than walls, because it seems like the zombies just try to barrel through them. But digging downward or just trying some creative ways of, like the zigzag idea, is pretty impressive.
We haven't seen that walls provide much use. We've tried several experiments. If you look over there under the bridge, you'll see a whole line of those really sharp pointed logs. And, we can't seem to get the zombies to go in any particular direction. At nighttime, they'll run from one side to another and just pass us right by in hordes. But they really don't stop and bother us unless we're cooking and forging and crafting all at the same time. And all in the same place. The whole heat map thing.
Sure.
As long as we're not generating heat in one place, then, everything's cool.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop the video there.